Okay, so how's it going, everyone? Welcome to an NHL 14 Shootout commentary online. This is a post commentary, not a live commentary, so it's kind of different from what I normally do with the Shootout comms. But I figured I'd give you guys like an update and the Shootout comm together. Now, I know there was a video that just went up yesterday saying that I was back on YouTube, and in my short hiatus, I was gone, and I'm sorry for not letting any of you guys know beforehand. But I figured I'd give you guys a little bit more insight in this Shootout commentary. So today we are using the Anaheim Ducks, and we're gonna work our way from Anaheim all the way to the end of the division. Hopefully, you guys get one of these a week or two of these a week by the time NHL is done. And I'm going to make an upload schedule, and I'm going to try my best to stick to it on what I upload per day. So that is my plan. So let's get into talking about what the Shootout comment is actually about. So I want to talk about the mental illness that I have, I guess, like what it kind of does to me and whatnot in that sense, I guess. So I have severe depression. It's like a clinical depression type thing that they said it described it. Clinical depression, clinical anxiety, and a very bad case of insomnia. So what that means is, with the depression, a lot of people might think that depression is like, oh, you know what, you cut yourself or something like that. That's not the case, obviously. I don't cut myself in any way. I don't self-harm. I'm also, like, if you do self-harm, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, because, I mean, everybody has a different way of coping with things. Obviously, it's not, the best thing and best way to cope with things, but I've never taken myself to that situation. I'm not suicidal in any way or form. I think everybody has lived their life and thought about killing themselves at least once. I don't think if you have never thought about killing yourself, I think you're lying to yourself, because I believe everybody's thought about it at least once, no matter what. Even if the time was like, at the time it like looked like it was hard, but it wasn't really that hard of a time in your life. I believe everybody has at least thought about it once in their life. And if you don't say that you have, I believe you're telling a little bit of a white lie. With that aside, the depression is basically you slip into states every now and then where it's like you don't want to talk to anybody. You want to be by yourself. You don't, you sit in your room. You seclude yourself from family. You have a hard time going out in public, being around big crowds of people. And the anxiety, it takes into that situation as well. But mostly the depression is the biggest grab on that, not grip. But the depression does take away a lot from you. It makes it a lot harder to go with your day-to-day life and that aspect of things. Let's talk about the anxiety. The anxiety, it makes it really hard for me to do a lot of things. But that's just the way anxiety is, right? So I have a hard time, going out in public places with the anxiety. I was at a party last night, for example. While I was at the party, everybody was having a good time, and my anxiety levels were shooting through the roof just because the best way to describe it is everybody has rational and irrational thoughts. People who have an anxiety disorder, which is what it is a mental illness. People who have an anxiety disorder think irrationally before rational. So let's say a rational thought would be, a lion walks in the room with you. Your thought would be originally to get out of the room because you have fear, right? People who have anxiety have a hard time looking in towards the future, or even coming up with a decision based on how things are. So if a lion walks into the room, somebody normally is just going to want to get out. People with anxiety might not leave. They might just sit there and be like scared shitless because they have no idea what the hell is going on, right? So the anxiety, it's something that I've lived with my entire life, and I just kind of have to get used to it. I mean, I am used to it, but I have to get used to it at this level because there was a trigger that caused everything to just go crazy, like haywire. So that is that. And then the insomnia is just like literally I'll be up till 4 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep, and it gets to the point where I fall asleep and I'm sleeping every half an hour, or I'm awake every half an hour on those increments, which is pretty bad in my opinion. It's really hard for me. But yeah, that is that, and that's pretty much it in that sense, So I'm doing an outpatient program at my one of the hospitals in the city that I'm from, which is basically they teach you how to deal with it. They teach you what it is, how it comes upon you, like what it does to you and stuff like that. They have me on medication for my stuff now, which is it's a sleeping pill to relax me at night. It is an antidepressant. It takes care of the anxiety, so it beats all 3 to 1. people who are afraid of going on medication, I guess there's quite a bunch of people who are afraid of going on medication. It's not honestly that bad, you know. Nothing really bad happens to you. I know I was really afraid of going on medication at first. You know, I thought I wasn't going to be able to be, you know, I thought I was going to become, you know, reliant on it, and it was just going to grab my life in that aspect, you know, where I would need it to function. And so far, I'm completely fine without it. I function the exact same way that anybody else would, for that matter. It's just, it helps me sleep a lot at night. I can actually close my eyes and go to sleep like a normal person instead of, you know, being awake till 4 o'clock in the morning or so, which was the problem beforehand. And yeah, so it's definitely nice to have that aspect, and that's taken care of. If any of you guys have any problems with depression or anxiety, feel free to message me on YouTube. I check my inbox from time to time just because they don't send you little alert notifications when somebody inboxes you anymore. So I don't really check it that often, but I do check it from time to time. And if you have a problem, like even if you have a comment, like if you have a problem with it, leave it in the comment section, and I'll find a way to talk to you about it. Because, you know, if you do, I know what you're going through. I know what it's like to not have anybody know what it's like, and I know how important it is to have somebody who understands what it is, and what you're going through. I might not know exactly to what your situation is that you're going through, but, you know, I can say that I understand, and I actually understand. You know, if somebody who's never dealt with it before says, I understand, I don't know about you, but for me, it pisses me off because they don't understand. They don't know what it's like, you know, to wake up in the morning and have to deal with this shit. But I do. I've experienced it myself. Might not be to the same level of yours, but I know what it's like, and I think anybody who's dealing with any kind of disorder and mental illness and that, sure, I'm not going to know exactly what your situation is, but I'm going to know what mine is, and I'm going to know what it feels like. And to be honest with you, I think just having somebody else that you can talk to about certain things like that makes it easier, I guess. It makes it a lot nicer to be able to vent to somebody who understands what's going on and how it's going, why it's affecting you the way it is. So, again, if you have any problems with this stuff, or if you just want to talk to somebody, my door is always open, I guess. I say my door is always open, but my inbox is always open. My comment section is always open. My Twitter is always open. My @ thing on, like, you can @ the first Sykes on Twitter. That's always open, and I'll be willing to talk to you about this guy's stuff. You know, I can add you on Skype. We can Skype chat. I can help you with it. We can do whatever. Like, I'm willing to help you guys. You know, you guys make this a success for me, so I want to help you guys back. So I guess that's like me. This is me kind of like reaching out to you guys. You know, if you have a problem with this stuff, and you don't know anybody, or you don't want to go to any of your friends or anything like that, because trust me, I understand, you know, you don't want to be judged, you don't want them thinking you're some type of psychotic person or something like that, and you know, some of your friends are. Some people are going to think that, like, there's nothing you can do about it. They're going to think that you have a mental illness, and they're going to think that you're severely fucked up, but in reality, that's not the case at all. You're a normal person who has a harder time with things than other people. So, I mean, if you ever thought about killing yourself, don't go through with it. It is probably one of the stupidest things you can do. It's a long-term solution to a short-term problem. And like the way I look at it is, if you kill yourself and tomorrow your life changes, what was the point of killing yourself for? So again, if you guys have any problems with this stuff, let me know. I will help you. I will make sure to help you. I like helping people, for that matter. But that is pretty much it. I might have mixed a couple Shootout comms with Anaheim in together just to make it the length of the video, because I was doing a post-com and I wasn't just going to run the 6 minutes. I wanted to have enough time to speak to you guys. That way I could cover everything that I wanted to cover in the time. So there might be a couple in here mashed in together, all with Anaheim. It's still a Shootout commentary for each one. But yeah, so that is it. So remember, guys, if you have any questions about this, you guys want to know more about it, want to know where I'm standing with it, let me know. I will answer you guys. I will talk to you guys. I'm fine as of right now. Everything is good. It's going good. I shouldn't say I'm fine, but I'm doing good enough to progress on with my life. So that is it from me on this Shootout comm. It's a little bit longer than normal ones, but hopefully you guys kind of enjoy the post commentary. Daily uploads will be returning. Hopefully, it's what I'm gonna try here every other day or so. I want to get like a Shootout comm up a week or more, depending on if you guys like them. 1 or 2 GM modes, at least one of my Hut series things, or 2 of those a week. Do a online versus play. So trying to think. So Hut commentary, GM mode commentary, Shootout commentary, Versus play. Wait, hold on. Hut shootout commentary, GM mode commentary, versus play, live moments. So basically 5 days a week I'll be uploading a video. Expect like maybe 2 GM modes a week and 2 of the hut things a week. But 1 versus play a week, 1 shootout commentary a week, maybe 2. And I'll probably try to get daily uploads, if not every other day for certain stuff, is how the channel will go. So I will talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching again.